Hey guys, it's Adam from the Dimensional Gamer Squad. Back here with Series 2 of Beast Quest, Beast Review. Here we have 6 beasts, all much different from Series 1. Some have multiple heads, some are stronger than the others, and some are downright terrible. And one is slightly better than Nanook, but not by a long shot. But going around through the series, these ones have better designs, better abilities, better fights, which goes along with the saying, everything gets bigger and better. There are some cases which that doesn't exist, but anyway, let's make a start with this. But before I do, shout out to Lucas Green for his book reviews on these. His book reviews are great and helped me get through some of the bits I may have missed whilst reading them myself. Not for the review, not for the Beast review, but for when I decided to read it as just a story. But anyway, let's make a start with Zephyr, the Monster Squid. Good starting book. Let's fix the lighting a bit. There we are. Zephyr the Monster Squid. I'm not sure what to say about it. It is just a squid. Design wise, I gave it 5, and abilities, I'll guess it's agile with swimming. When it's not on the ground, it's got a very strong beak and can squirt ink. So that's also a 5 as well. Design I gave it 5 to. I think I already said this, but it's just a giant squid, and that's all I can really give it for. The fight I gave a 7 out of 10 because it involved Sepron, an already good beast. That got 20 in his review, but the fact that Tom tried to help but couldn't, neither could Alina. So they just focused on getting the helmet. Was Sepron tried to fight Zephyr. They both had their own good parts and bad. Well, Zephyr's was obviously dying. Sepron was getting blinded, and vice versa for good. So Sepron killed Zephyr, and Zephyr squirted. That sounds terrible. Zephyr squirted Sepron in the eyes. But yeah, fight got a 7. Really shows that a beast can actually kill, even if it's supposed to be a good beast. Anyway, the total was 17 out of 30. It's a good fight for an okay beast. Its design really let it down. I would have wanted to see something a bit unique with a design. I mean, the previous water beast was a serpent based on mythology. This is just a giant squid. So, kind of like the Kraken. Yeah, I should have thought about that. Yeah. I guess kind of like Cthulhu, but I would like to see a beast that is more like Cthulhu. So, even though I haven't got round to it, Elko the Ocean Menace, that is more like Cthulhu than any other beast. Anyway, going on to the next one, we got Claw the Giant Monkey. This is the Nanook of Series 2. And I say that as in my opinion way, so please don't hate me for it. Design, I gave a 6 to. Because of its tail being really cool, along with the intimidation it gave me when I first got this book. It seems more intimidating than Zephyr. Like, if I put these 2 books together, I could ask some random person, which one's more intimidating? This one? Oh, what? Why? Because it actually looks annoyed. Oh, thanks. Okay, so I do have one problem. Why is it that for this one and for another one or 2, the golden armour is on an evil beast? I don't think that's supposed to be there, because it changes size for the worthy person that wears it, not the evil person or beast that wears it. Because if it was the case, Malwa would have given it to himself. Anyway, so that's abilities, which is 6. What? Design is 6, abilities is 5. Its only abilities is that its claws are sharp along with its tail, and it can swim very agilely through trees like Tarzan. Yeah. The fight is also 6 because it's just Furno burning down a jungle, making Claw have to try and stand on the ground, which he obviously fails at because of his feet being all adapted to trees. So he collapses to the ground and has Furno blast him to ashes. So that's it there. That is the death to Claw. Total, same as Zephyr, 17 out of 30. It's an okay beast, okay fight, meh abilities, it's just okay. This, I don't even see why I was so hyped about Series 2. I mean, like, it just starts off with 2 beasts, which are just okay. 17 out of 30 and 17 out of 30. If we keep going on like this, it's just going to lose to Series 1. But then I got to the 3rd book, and then I was like, oh, I'm sorely mistaken. Sultra, the Stone Charmer. What can I say about this one? This one's actually one of the best books in this series. Design-wise, it's an 8, because it's kind of like Medusa, but not. Because its abilities are like Medusa with the eye. And so its abilities, I just skipped its design. Okay, I'll come back to the design. But abilities is it can use its voice to lure people in. Kind of like, I believe, a siren. Hence the fog or mist. One eye to turn people to stone. So that's Medusa. And the whip, I actually have no idea. But it's a cross of 2 mythological demons, beasts. I don't know, but it's a cross between Medusa and the siren. Oh my god, it's a cross between Medusa and a siren. Siren, yeah, siren. And I honestly like that a lot. So there's the design and the abilities. Design 8, abilities 7. The fight I'm going to give a 7 to. It included Arcta, the mountain giant, and what can I say about what Arcta did? I'm pretty sure Arcta just blew away the mist, and since the sun was reflecting on Tom's sword into Sultra, that's what killed her. I'm going to need to reread this book or contact Lucas Green to ask, or watch his video. Yeah, I watch Lucas Green a lot just so I can actually confirm how it ended. I need to read these more often. Yeah. Anyway, total is 22 out of 30. Great beast, creative abilities, great fight, and with the exception of hold on. No, with the exception of nothing, it's second best beast out of the beasts I reviewed so far. Anyway, come on, let's go to the next one. Vipero the Snake Man. What can I say about this one? Design is a 7. It's just, I like its snake with man cross it has. I like the 2 heads it has. So 2 heads are better than 1. I hope it proves very well in the fight. Abilities, I gave a 6 to. Venomous fangs, and I'll assume being fast, since it, I think, wears the leg armor. It's also really strong as well, and can move its heads around when decapitated in the fight. I was actually really ashamed of. I gave the fight a 5. It involved Epos to burn the heads. So that's good. Alina got poisoned in the fight. Silver and Storm, I'm pretty sure, got left in the village, and Tom just decapitated him. That's it. I felt like I just slept through the 2 chapters of its fight, and I was like, wait, it's over already? Time to go to the next book. Anyway, total was an 18 out of 30. It's not the best. I still like the beast though. I like the design, but the fight was bad. I need to give credit where it's due, and there's no credit on the fight. It's better than Furno's and Nanook's, so since it's actually longer. But anyway, let's go to Arachnid. This one, I need to say for myself was underrated. Because I originally didn't want to read this one. I hated it because it was a giant spider. Not because I was scared of spiders, but because I thought it would just be like Claw and Zephyr's being all boring and all that. Claw's is the worst though. Zephyr's not far behind, and Arachnid is a lot better than both of them. I gave the design a 6 because it is just a giant spider, and the abilities is also 6. It's like what a regular spider is: agile on its web and everywhere else, and also can shoot out a very sticky web. So that's pretty much it. I'm pretty sure there's something else. I think its fangs were poisonous. I'm not sure. I don't know. I might need to. I'll leave that if I remember in the link in the description. No, not in the link. In the description below. So then I'll tell you whether it had poisonous fangs or just very sharp fangs. But anyway, time to go to the fight. Nanook was in this one. Basically blinded Arachnid and I think impaled her with one of these things here. I'm not going to say what they are because I am really bad at these kinds of names. But all I can say is it got impaled by a cave spike. Then the cave started to collapse on Tom, Alina, Silver, Nanook, and this other girl, I believe was called... No, I'm not going to say that one because that one was in another book. I can't remember her name, but they all nearly died, but they all managed to get out alive, and Arachnid died by turning into smaller spiders like all the others, turned into smaller snakes, dust, smaller monkeys, or smaller squids. Anyway, the total for Arachnid is 19 out of 30, so that is not a bad score. The second best in this series so far. I would highly say Arachnid is underrated, and I think I would call myself an idiot for skipping it. Every time I decided to read through the whole series again, I always skip Arachnid because of how bad it's going to be. Because it's kind of like Claw and Zephyr being a giant animal. Anyway, moving on. Anyway, the fight was great for Arachnid, and the design was just a giant spider. I can't stress that enough. My mum actually hated the design and was hesitant on buying it for me when I said I wanted to complete the collection. But she obliged if I actually pay for that one by myself, and she'll pay for the whole of the next series for me. And that's what I did. It was 6 books for the price of 1, so I think it was worth it. Anyway, moving on to the last book of series 2, Trillion, the Three-Headed Lion. Design-wise, it's a 7. It's just a three-headed lion that is clearly larger than other lions, so that's it. I gave it a 7, same as Vipero, because there's multiple heads, and it is just that animal. Abilities, I gave it 8, because it's got foul breath, sharp claws, very agile, and basically impenetrable. The fight I gave an 8 to, because even though it involved Tagus wasn't the most useful beast. He was injured at the beginning of the book, and that greatly affected how useful he would be in the series, in this book. He did end up getting healed after the fight, but it was like Tom and half a beast versus a whole beast times 3, and it had to end up with him drowning the beast, with drowning Trillion. But anyway, that is all for Trillion, and it's 23 out of 30. Great beast, surprising fight, and abilities. Nearly got the better of Tom. Anyway, time for the total. Design-wise, I'm going to give it's a total of 39 out of 60. So, hold on, let me check the piece of paper. Better than Series 1. Abilities, 37 out of 60, also better than Series 1. And the fights are 40 out of 60, also better than Series 1. So, like I said, bigger and better. It is bigger and is better. Bigger risks as well with Odoro nearly being nearly being killed by hot tar. So anyway, time to go to my rankings after the total score, which is 116 out of 180. It's obviously better than Series 1, by a small margin though. However, some fights were not great. Time to go to my rankings of least favourite to favourite. And we're going to start off my least favourite being the Nanook of the series, Claw. Like I said, it is just a giant monkey, and this one actually made me not like monkeys anymore because it just impersonated a monkey perfectly. And also, I didn't like the fact it was actually shown wearing the armour. So that's why it's there. And it was just kind of a boring fight in my opinion. Zephyr is next. Kind of the same thing, but a bit better. And that's all I'm going to say about it. These two are both kind of Nanooks and Arctis. Next is Arachnids. I'm not sure what I can say about this one. Giant Spider. Never really liked it that much, but it is a lot better now that I read it. It would have been my least favourite. Next is Vipero, the Snake Man. I absolutely love this beast, even though scores say I hate it. But I'm just going to say this once, there's no beast I fully hate. If I was to choose a least favourite beast, it'll be in the next series, and I'm pretty sure you fans that read Series 3 would know which one I'm talking about. But Vipero is a great beast. I liked what it did in the fight, and it was a big threat. But it was very slow paced. Anyway, Sultra's next. This nearly became number 1 ahead of Trillion, but it didn't because it involved Arcta. Not because I don't like Arcta, but I kind of didn't really like the fact it didn't turn into mini versions of itself like the others did, or well, not Trillion, but I think it should have done. But instead it just turns to dust, which are like particles. Which, well, they are particles. But anyway, going on to the next one, Trillion, the Three-Headed Lion. Favourite book of Series 2, and my favourite book out of the first 12. This one involved my 2 favourite beasts. Well, my favourite beast in Series 1 and this one. So that's good. And also involved Tom and Alina in the prologue, so that's good. Anyway, I'm sorry if it seems like I rushed the last bit. I do have limited storage space, and I know I shouldn't really say this, but and I do really care about what I do for my videos, but I need to wrap up now. That is all for this time. If you liked what you saw, leave a like, leave a comment. Don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe to Lucas Green as well. He's a great person and does a whole bunch of different videos, and they are all amazing. With that, I'll see you next time with Series 2 review of the Lynxie series and the Series 3 review of the Dark Realm. See you next time.